This is Performance Anxiety on the Pantheon Podcast Network, and I'm your host, Mark. Welcome back, Conan Neutron. Conan's got a new Secret Friends album called The Way of the Neutron. The process and circumstances Conan went through creating this album are the inspiration for this episode. It's all about integrity and perseverance, and a little bit of artisanal sand. But Conan and I thought that maybe somewhere out there, one listener of this podcast could use a little bit of encouragement. Perhaps knowing that you're not alone and feeling frustrated about the work you're doing might be helpful to someone. So here we are, me and Conan Neutron, talking about how staying the course can pay off eventually. You won't know how. It may not be exactly what you're thinking at the moment, but keep creating, because you'll never know if you quit doing it. You create your own definition of success. So check out Conan Neutron on socials. Listen to and purchase The Way of the Neutron. Check us out too at Performance ANX. Get merch at performanceanx.threadless.com. Send money to ko-fi.com/performanceanxiety. And I hope this episode is as helpful as it is fun. Maybe more so. Right here on the Pantheon Podcast Network.
And I remember you don't use the video.
Correct.
Right, okay. I was gonna say, so I'll probably move the green screen if not. If you don't give a shit, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. Means nothing to me.
When I first started doing video, I took the video but didn't use it.
Oh, really?
The thought didn't actually occur to me that anyone would ever want to see it. Which is crazy, right? Because of course they do. And then like now there's like a whole protonic reversal audience on YouTube. Then I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, man.
People do want to see it.
It's funny because on the network that I'm a part of, they're like, you got, we'd like everybody to do some video content. And I'm like, yeah. Whenever I would say the majority of people I have on the podcast, when they're like, hey, do you record the video? And I'm like, no. And they're like, okay, good.
I mean, I'm good either way. I just I want to have my fancy background and stuff going. You know what I mean? I don't even know if you can even do that on this. I don't even know. I mean, it's like this.
No idea.
And I've always kind of felt like it's more important. It's more important, what people are saying, not what they look like when they're saying it.
Yeah, nobody wants to see me, and I honestly, I don't feel like they barely want to hear me. They're not listening to my podcast to listen to me. They're coming on to listen to you. So
yeah, well, and that's something that's all the neophytes don't get at all. It's like, no, they just want you to get out of the way.
Yeah,
they don't. They want to hear the guest, right?
Oh my gosh. So how you been, by the way?
Good. Yeah, man. It's actually been a long time since we talked. I feel like it hasn't been because I've just been oh, hey, what's going on? I finally got listened to the Chrysalid episode. Or, whatever. That long episode was ridiculous, which it was. In a good way. Good ridiculous. Good ridiculous compliment.
Okay, good.
Not ridiculous insult.
Ridiculous. Why the hell was it so long? And then
bass kazoo. What do you got to say? Okay, sure. Yeah.
And long and Charming Disaster.
Yeah.
That was
I'm most familiar. Obviously, very familiar with Lung. Last time I was on, we talked about Adult Prom, which is our split with them.
Yes.
That was that cycle. Yeah, we've been doing a lot. Hitting it really hard, tour-wise. God, I think we've done 4 tours since we talked last.
Oh, wow.
Including fairly close to you, but not close enough, apparently.
I remember, and then, but I think... I think I had already had something show scheduled to shoot. I had something booked, and I was like,
I don't listen back to shows much, but I actually listened back to a little bit of our last episode, and I talked about how I wanted to get out to the East Coast more. I was like, oh yeah, well that was us. That was us doing that.
Yeah,
and that was great. So we did a bunch of East Coast dates at Midwest. Mountain West with Elephant Rifle, and West Coast. Some of those with Long, mostly the Midwest ones. Okay. And that was great. We're going to be doing more of that. We got some more of that coming up next year. Went to Japan. That's kind of not bury the lead.
Right.
We went to Japan for 2 weeks. That was incredible. That was easily the coolest thing that rock and roll has ever done for me.
I've got to hear about that. I've got to hear about that.
I mean, they do everything right. We do everything wrong. They're incredibly organized, and that's a culture of respect. So you see why it seemed like a foreign place.
Right. Yeah.
It was incredible. Like all the bands were wonderful. The venues were fantastic. I mean, we travel by train to the shows.
Wow.
So that's incredible.
That's awesome.
And we didn't just play like the thing bands normally do is they'll play Tokyo and Osaka. And Tokyo's Tokyo's gigantic. I mean, it makes New York City look like Akron, Ohio or something. No offense to Akron, Ohio, but it's just like it's on a different scale. It is an actual megalopolis.
Really?
So you could just play Tokyo and like play different areas, and it would be like completely different shows that are almost different cities.
Wow!
But rather than just playing Tokyo and Osaka, we really got out there. We played like Tokushima, Fukushima City. We played Shizuoka. We played these places that are cool, but they don't get a lot of touring bands. It's not that they don't have bands; they have music, but they don't get as many touring bands. And some of those are some of my favorite shows, actually.
Oh, cool!
But they were all awesome. Every band we played with were just like weapons grade badasses.
Oh, nice.
Whatever the genre, whether they were like punk, prog, rock, whatever, they all were just like, that's really good. That band's also really good. This band is also really good.
Oh, so were you playing with local bands there, or were you playing with other Western bands?
No, almost all Japanese bands. We did a few shows with Lightning Swells Forever, who, compliment intended, basically sound like Sabbath, like they're desert rock.
Oh, nice.
But the singer sounds exactly like Ozzy in his prime.
Oh,
but they're a power trio, and they're freaking awesome. They shred.
What? It's Lightning Swells Forever?
Yeah, Lightning Swells Forever. They're really good.
I got to check that out.
And Devils in Libido, who are amazing. Very proggy, kind of a little more hard to describe, but like really, really cool. Null, Nuill. Just like crazy Gravity Records style, like hardcore noise rock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, and so many other great bands. I mean, everything was just wonderful. It was a trip. It was cool, and touring by train is crazy.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
As usual. I mean, that's you're usually crammed in a van and.
Oh yeah, that's like my entire life has been like hey, we're. Hop in the van, and honestly, most of life has been the same van. Like I've had the same van since Replicators, since 2007. Nice. Supernaut, which now has 317,000 miles.
Oh, jeez!
And still going strong.
Way to go!
Meticulous maintenance.
Yeah, well, hey, you need it. That's your livelihood right there.
And that's my fourth van. They're all named after Black Sabbath song titles. So I had a National Acrobat before that, and War Pig, so on and so on.
Oh, nice.
What was your
fourth
thing? 2 documentaries.
What was the third one? Because you said so on and so on, but you only had 4 and you named 3. What's the fourth? What was the third one?
That was before I started the naming after Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
So there's just a Repl van because I hadn't figured that shtick out yet. So it would have to be a retroactive continuity.
Okay.
That'd be a retcon.
Okay.
I do think Wheels of Confusion wouldn't be bad, but
no, that'd be really good. Oh, I'm thinking, are you going to stick to like Ozzy? Or you venturing off into like Tony Martin era, Dio?
Probably just stick to the Ozzy. Okay. I mean, look, at the rate I'm going, like, by the time I need another van, like
Tony Iommi will be dead.
Hit at the same time. You know? I mean, Jesus. Yeah,
at least one other member of Sabbath will be dead.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah, too soon.
Oh. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Yeah. So we went to Japan. It was amazing, incredible. One of the best things in rock and roll I've ever done. People were super cool. Everything was fantastic. It was, people overuse the term life-changing experience, I think, but it was definitely a life-changing experience.
Oh, man.
And then about, 3.5 weeks later, then we immediately did a 1-month tour of the U.S., which was a decision that I made.
Sounds like you're still questioning that one.
This is a lot. It was just a really busy spring. Yeah. I mean, probably could have stretched it out a little bit more, but that was great. We did a bunch of shows with Lung, with Elephant Rifle, Cosmic Kitten. These are all bands that we love. So
yeah,
that ruled. And we played a bunch of places that we have either never played or haven't played in a long time.
Oh, nice.
Which is great. I don't think we had ever played DC, for instance, and that was great because I got to see my cousin who lives out there.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And it had been a while since we played New York, so which I feel like we've consistently kind of played New York, but not the rest of the areas. And it's like one of those things where stuff happens so fast now that if you don't do it regularly, like it just kind of, you get out of it, like you lose the context, or you lose, where are people playing now, you know?
Yeah. And venues go in and out so fast. It's ridiculous. You know,
but on the other hand, there are some stuff that stick around. Like last time I played Boston with Secret Friends, Neutron Secret Friends had never played Boston. I had played Boston plenty, especially in Replicator. Like Boston was actually probably our best East Coast city. And last time we had played Boston was this place called O'Brien's.
Okay.
And that's where we played this time. And it looks exactly the same. And we're talking about, this is like 2007. Maybe,
oh my God.
The last time that I was there. So I was like, okay, so this place has not changed in 18 years. Like I walked in, and also it was like a really rough day of travel. I was like, this is like time travel. Like I have literally done this exact, like walking in. All right. So I was like, well, gear goes over there, merch goes over there. There's the stage.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Like I was getting like flashbacks when I was parking. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I've totally done this before, you know? But it was great because it was like, oh, that's like the good side too. Oh, it hasn't changed that much. It's still kind of like a home for freaky, weird music and whatnot. And that's cool. Something to be said for that.
Oh, that is awesome. So I know when we were talking about doing this episode, we kind of wanted to go more conceptual in what we're talking about. And this episode is going to be more about perseverance instead of,
absolutely.
A lot of times we'll do these and it'll be about, hey, let's talk about
like playing the same venue 18 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
Across the country. Yeah.
Or, or we'll try to shed some light on a style of music or a particular artist that may not be in the forefront of people's minds.
Right.
But this was your idea, and I like it because this is something that creatives have to be. They have to and do. They have to persevere at some point or another. And everybody on the planet faces struggles at one time or another, and everybody has to try to persevere. But to me, it seems like creative people seem to face it a lot more because it's harder to, especially if you're trying to make a living off of it. It's harder to sell an idea or a concept. Even when it becomes a physical product, it's hard to put a price on it because there's so much that goes behind it, whether it's music, a photo, a painting, a poem. There's so much work that goes into it. It's difficult to monetize it, and it's difficult to get across to potential buyers, customers, people who will pay for this, how much has gone into it. So,
and why they should care about it, because there's so much out there. There's so much out there.
Oh yeah.
And to a certain degree, it makes sense when people are just overwhelmed all the time, because that's what they want. The majority of they being the corporate entities and walled gardens that control everything and are the actual gatekeepers for this. And I think it's an interesting topic because it's more or less what the new record is about, The Way of the Neutron.
Okay.
This is a concept record, but the concept is basically two things. One of which is just obstinate perseverance and thriving, not just surviving. And the other thing is like just me.
Okay.
Right? So it's, and that's why it's like, well, I might as well call it The Way of the Neutron, because I had that title kind of floating around for a while. I was like, if there's any record that kind of embodies that, is this, because I was like, oh, I'm kind of just like putting my life ethos out there, right?
Okay.
And that's something I think about all the time, and especially because we've grown accustomed to this story. And it is a story that, oh, this is the life cycle of a band. You know, they put out this record, and nobody knows who they are, and then they get discovered, and then it builds, and this and that, et cetera, and then you have your, it's a Mark Wahlberg with that movie Rockstar.
Oh yeah,
it's more or less based on Judas Priest, but but more or less. But I think that's it's so whack because we have things in our lexicons for like working comedians and filmmakers and whatnot, where there's they're just doing the work. Like it's not considered embarrassing or socially weird to be doing a lot of creative kinds of things and just be doing it at the level that you're doing it at.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, music, there's like this stigma that first of all, it's a young person's game. Not true. I'm way better now than I used to be.
Right.
And it's like age has got nothing to do with it. I've seen bands that like have people that are older than me just destroy it and absolutely outclass people like half their age.
Oh, for sure.
And it has nothing to do with age. It has to do with intent. Now, if you're treating something as if it's I'm just doing whatever, I'm just doing this, which whatever, and that's another annoying trope of just I'm not putting that much effort into this and therefore it's good. No, man.
Yeah. The old like Instagram influencer thing, like, I just rolled out of bed like this.
Right. And that's part of that's part of what I want to get into as well as of the band and artist as everything has like it's now no longer optional to not be an influencer of some style or variety if you want to achieve anything other than playing with and to your friends. Right. Which is horrific.
Yes.
That's horrible.
100% agree.
And there's no real acknowledgement of that or why there would ever be a different acknowledgement of being right now. Like, for instance, when you used to talk about in the 90s a lot about selling out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So sold out. They did a jeans ad.
They signed a record contract.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They signed this company.
They signed a Geffen.
By the way, all companies suck, and these new ones suck just as bad as those other ones.
Okay, so this is why I freaking hate Rage Against the Machine, because they're all Rage Against the Machine, but they signed a record deal.
Yeah.
They're raging for the machine.
Yeah, I mean, it's. So there used to be this idea of selling out.
Yes.
Which it still really bums me out when bands co-op stuff. But there's an entire generation now that they don't understand that concept. They've never like making it is like, oh, my song's in an Apple commercial.
Yeah.
Or whatever now. And like the idea that like you'd be like, no, that's commodifying that. That is not even a thing. So we've now not only become completely and solely focused on what the algorithm wants us to do, we cannot culturally envision another way of being. Woof. Yeah. So, and I've given a lot of thought about this, and there's something to be said for, like for me, for Conan Neutron, the Secret Friends, which we I think we mentioned last time. I maybe even used these exact words, but it'd be my final form band, right? That's like, oh, this is all the best things that I did before in its best presentation, like added to and sort of being the culmination of all that, even as that develops itself. Cool. And most people don't have that at like 37.
Right.
And at this point, I've been doing it for over 10 years now. Like we're awesome. which is crazy. And this is Way of the Neutron is the fourth full length record, not including the split singles compilation, the split LP with Lung, and the split EP with Erratic Retaliator Strategy.
Wow.
So 7 ostensible full-length releases and some odds and sods. But this is the fourth full-length. So of the full-length, there's the first record, which is just like a look, man, here it is. But also kind of like I mentioned, a sort of character study of my friend Clay, who was the guy who kind of got me playing music. And then Hannibal Lecter record, Art of Murder, the most popular one, the one that to this day people seem to love the most.
Yes.
Okay, I like that one too.
I hope so.
And then Dark Passengers, which is the depression and mental health record.
Yes, which is the one I really loved.
And I really love that one too, but some of the songs are kind of hard to engage with for me because it's a pretty heavy topic. But I feel like we got it. I feel like we did the thing that it was meant to do.
Yeah.
And then now The Way of the Neutron, which is sort of this is all about persistence and resistance, and thriving, not just surviving.
Okay. So let's talk about that.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Well, what I've noticed now is that as someone that continues to do it, continues to tour and make records, as my personal friend group and age group has sort of aged out, like they're, working on their careers or, mowing their lawn or their kids or, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Or they've maybe moved down to being more music's a big part of my life, but it's not as big of a part of my life. I'm like more of a hobbyist now, even if they wouldn't describe themselves as such. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But I've noticed that my friend group has now become like younger.
Okay.
There are these younger cats that in some cases they're like obsessed with like 90s grunge and stuff. I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know well water conspiracy? Like, what?
Hey. Yeah.
How do you know what that is? And the answer, of course, is the internet.
Yeah.
But it's kind of surreal because it's like, oh yeah, I mean, by the way, like we didn't use that G word. Like that is not a thing that we purposely ever used.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Anybody who's young that knows the well water conspiracy is incredible, because when that was new, most people didn't know about
Most people didn't know it, right? I mean, honestly, I first found out about it from John McBain. You know, who was in the Bloody Band.
There you go.
And I was like, oh well, like, and that's how I found out about Monster Magnet 2, and you know,
yep.
And then I was like, oh yeah, you're on these early Queens of Stone Age records. That's crazy. You just work in this guitar shop? Wow, that's wild.
Oh my gosh,
a great dude, by the way, John McBain.
I would love to talk with him.
I could probably hook that up.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a long time. But it's wild because, yeah, it's like our younger peer group, right? That didn't necessarily come up the same way. So again, that comes back to the fact that all they know is this pseudo influencer stuff. Like, okay, if you want anyone to see your tour dates, you better like make a reel of like a human face talking to the camera, preferably with something funny, maybe put a meme in it, like whatever.
Yeah.
All of these things we have to do to trick the algorithm into literally disseminating information, which the promise of the internet was instant dissemination of information.
At your fingertips, whatever you want, whenever you want it.
And now it's at the whim of the ever-changing needs and wants of the algorithm.
And
is the caveat.
And AI.
Which is that's the monkey's paw of all this.
Yeah.
Just to speak an analogy. But what I noticed is with these younger bands that engage with me, like like whatever, play shows with them. Just generally engage with them. Maybe they like our band, listen to the records, whatever. Is that sometimes I'll be in the position of giving out advice, and I'm like, well, I'll just tell you what not to do. Well, like here's all the things not to do that I did that were bad.
Right.
And if you can avoid doing those things, you'll be doing better than I did.
Yeah.
Right.
Give them a head start.
Which is sort of like that. Okay. Like we don't have like rock senseis, like it's not a thing that I know. By the way, if there is such a position, I'd be glad to apply.
Hey, there you go. Who would be?
I got a kimono and everything. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, oh man, I would love to have a kimono passed down from generation to generation.
Generational kimono. Yeah.
Yes, that would be amazing.
And that comes down to the idea too of playing in a band and rock music being like, oh, well, that's just something you do and then you stop and do something else. Well, what if you don't want to?
Right.
What if you get better as you go? What if and we don't have a monoculture. Everything has to be almost famous, like the Cameron Crowe movie, or nothing. Yeah. And it's so disgusting that we've just let that be a cultural paradigm for so long. Whereas, look, for better or for worse, I'm like living proof that you can do it. I'm not saying that like I'm some massive success, because I'm not, but I'm a success on the terms of the metrics that are successful to me.
Right. Yeah.
Because I know what I want to do. I'm engaging with the people that want to engage with it. I like touring. I like recording music. I like releasing records. I like making liner notes. I like, I even like driving the show. You know what I mean? I mean, most times, let's put it that way. And when the AC is working.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, it's so weird that like everything is through this ridiculously commodified response. And I've had to like tell people, like, if you want to be built to last, like you got to keep it sustainable. Like I've seen bands where it's like, oh, they like start touring like Black Flag immediately. Like, okay, well, if you don't give yourself like a break and you have too many character builders on these tours, like, guess what? Everyone's going to be like, F this, and you're going to break up. And which isn't to say don't tour hard. I mean, if that's what you want to do, just like you've got to remember things in moderation. And so like, and that's just again coming back to the endurance of it all, right? How am I still able to do this? I have hit it harder this year than I have since 2009.
Oh wow!
Probably. Like we've played a lot. We've covered a lot of ground. multiple countries. And, whatever, you don't get a merit badge for that. Like, nobody hands you a little trophy, but
right. But
the work is good and it connects with people when we get in front of audiences. And that, if you let the journey itself be the destination, that's success.
Exactly. And that's something that took me a long time to understand or comprehend, I guess. Maybe is the journey is the destination, because I do a lot of concert photography. I used to be a professional photographer, gave it up when I had a family. But like you said, I'm doing it now in my 50s, and I'm doing it better than when I was in college for it. Right. And I'm having more fun doing it. I got so burnt because, like those guys, it was what I did for a living. And to make income, I had to do a lot of things I didn't want to do. Weddings, T-ball pictures,
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. Just
high school portraits, whatever.
Right? Yeah.
Whatever kept me behind a camera. And I got so burnt because like you're saying, like those bands that are hitting it hard every day, I had to hit it hard every day and explain to people why I had to charge what I was charging when their uncle could just do it for, free. And, it's.
Well, and the idea that and that's punk rock austerity too, right? Because the idea you're paying for a professional service. Yeah. That is part of an ecosystem of everyone being able to do the things that they love to do and that they're good at and that they're professional at. I firmly believe bands should be paid. Should the sound people and the door people be paid? Yeah, sure. But so should the bands.
Yes.
Are you giving, we'll just take a cut of your merch. Cool. We'll take a cut of the bar. Oh, well,
That's the most ridiculous thing. The fact that the venues, not only they're taking cut, but the size of the cut that they're taking is insane.
I don't mean to shame anybody that has just gone along to get along, but not in this man's army.
Yeah.
No way, no how. But I'm very pugnacious. And that's the thing, is what I've come to realize is just that like sheer raccoon, like kind of sardonic tenacity is a specific and unique trait to me that some people could describe as a character defect. I don't feel that that's the case. Because I feel like you have to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder to be able to get by in this creative world for the same reasons you mentioned. That artistic work is not considered work.
Right.
Oh, that's fun. Sure, it's fun. You know what else it is? Work.
Exactly.
It is work. And recognition of that in all of its factors is important to understand it. Can you just make your record cover yourself? Yes. Sure. And if you're an actual artist, awesome. But you probably know a friend that is a great artist, and like maybe they do layout or something along those lines, and you involve them, then you're being part of a community and you're engaging with people in a way that elevates everybody.
Yeah. Exactly.
Does it cost money? Well, ideally. And and therein you see the problem, but it's also a matter of priorities, right? And okay, then figure it out or get a trade going or something. Whatever. Yeah. Like if we have the ability to elevate each other and we choose not to because we're trained not to.
I think you're right.
A shame.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. I don't even know where to go from this. So let's.
I know. Yeah. Right. Sorry. That's sort of like me stating like depressing topics, right?
So,
but it's also like all this stuff is in the record, right? Like, and there are things about compromise, like integrity wins again. Right?
Yeah. Well, now the thing is,
integrity wins again, which means you got screwed. By the way, that means you got screwed.
You personally have it or experience it maybe twice as much of it because you're a professional touring musician. Mm-hmm. You're also a podcast host.
Right.
So it's you. So
it used to be there was no more disrespected thing other than like a slam poet. But
yeah,
I feel like it's gained some. It's gained some a little bit of weight behind it that wasn't there before.
Well, yeah, because during the pandemic, everybody had a podcast.
Apologies to the slam poets. And respect your craft as well.
But there was a time when everybody was stuck indoors and everybody was like, maybe I'll create a podcast. I got nothing else to do. And so,
everybody's suddenly doing it, right?
Everybody did like 4 episodes and then dropped
like,
it.
oh, this is hard. I don't want to do this.
This sucks. This is, what am I going to talk about?
And there's so many tools for doing it that are not like, we talked about this last time. I think about, when I started doing it, it's like I had to go down to the electronics store and like pick up all the stuff and wire it together and figure it all out. And it's easy now. And that's, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's because again, it's garbage in, garbage out. Mm-hmm. If your thing isn't any good, then your thing's no good, but you have the ability to make something that can connect with anyone. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know, because the rules are way different now than when I started.
Yeah, same here. I mean,
that's another one. It's like 11 years in April. Wow. And that was my second show too. And I just, been plugging along like a tugboat, doing it for like years. And then in 2020, I had this like exponential growth because all the people are like, oh, I don't have time for podcasts. Like, first of all, I don't care. Right. Secondly, okay, sure. But then suddenly they did. Everyone had time.
Yeah, 2020.
Like, because it was, the content was there. Oh, I used the dreaded C word. Because because the stuff was there. And it was good. It found a greater audience, right? And that should be everyone's story, but we all know it isn't.
Yep, you are right.
And then, like, what can I say? Oh, congratulations on having a popular podcast. Thanks. It's like being king of the subway. Like, okay. Nice. I'm a sandwich artist. Okay.
I just well, yes. The reason I do it is because I just like hearing stories, and I like meeting awesome people like you and some other. I've had I'm at not quite 450 episodes yet, but I've been doing this podcast for 7 years now, and I did 2 others before this, so I'm right behind you at 10 years podcasting, something like that. So I don't make any money
like
at this.
Me, and you have things that you bring on people that are interesting to you, even if it doesn't necessarily makes sense with a narrow casted format of the show. But you have these fascinating conversations. Wow, who knew Chris Slade? I only knew him as the bald guy who's in the Thunderstruck video. Right. Literally, that's all I knew about him. I was like, oh my god, he's done all of this crazy stuff. That's insane.
Yeah.
And Julie Cruz, that was a whole separate thing. But
dude, that one was insane. I had to wait a year and a half to release that one.
I remember.
Oh, she was so pissed off at me.
With Danielle, right?
Yeah.
I remember it. Yeah.
She was so pissed off.
How's I going to have any beef with her? She's the nicest person in the world. That's so bizarre to me. It's okay.
I know. And then she was mad at me because she didn't want me to release her episode because Danielle was a guest.
Yeah.
What?
But the point of that is that it's the kind of thing you can't find in another format, right? It's a perfect format for that kind of thing, right? I mean, and again, I'm very. I don't take it lightly that I have the ability to not just do my own show, but go on other people's shows to talk about my art and get into these larger concepts, right? I remember, God, when Lou DeJoy got appointed to the head of the U.S. Postal Service and was basically started his ongoing process of ruination for it. I would go on any show that would have me to talk about it. Yeah. Ultimately, to no effect whatsoever. Right. Nothing happened. He's still continuing to do it. Okay.
Yep.
And everyone just rolled over. Oh, okay. Well, I guess if I made a TikTok dance about it, maybe it would have gone.
Oh, there you go. Using a Fleetwood Mac song.
That's a very cynical thing to say, but it's kind of funny.
But it's not far off from the truth, which is sad.
Where's the lie?
Yeah, exactly.
But that just comes down to okay, so anything that you're doing creatively. There's peaks and valleys to it, right? Mm-hmm. And for some people, it seems like there's just peaks. It's they seem to be just doing very well. Congratulations, good on them. Bully for them, And others, there's just seems to be just valleys, just freaking just Moon Patrol style chasm. Yeah, just constantly falling into. It's God, that guy can't catch a break, man.
I know, and I know some of these people, they're friends, and I want to see them succeed.
You're so good. How is this? What is happening that this is so hard for you?
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
And I think in reality, for most folks, it's kind of a mix of the two, right? Mm-hmm. And we're also at a point culturally where nobody wants to. They want to show the high jump, but they don't want to see the beef.
Right.
You know, because if you do, then it's like that definitionally becomes the only thing that people know you for. And that's, I mean, that says more about our society than the person who, like, you know, dicked up the high jump. I can't do any high jump, by the way. So, like, how dare I judge someone for not doing this incredible, like, feat of, like, hey, Christ, I can barely jump 2 feet.
Oh, I know. I can jump under it. I can slide under it real fast.
Is there a limbo Olympics? I can do that. Yeah. Great. Limbo Olympics. There we are.
I'm not doing any Olympic unless eating is some kind of Olympic sport.
Competitive eating, they got that.
But even that, I won't win because you got the.
You know why it's not an Olympic level event? Because Americans would win every time. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Who was that Japanese dude who was like pencil?
Oh yeah, that guy was like. I was like,
Kobayashi or something. Was that his name?
Yeah, is this guy like a cyborg? How's he doing this?
I don't know, man. That dude just sliding hot dogs down his gullet like it was.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway,
wasn't born with a vomit reflex. I guess I don't know, but anyway,
there's a whole. I'm never mind. I'm not even going to go into.
But critiquing things, right? Because we're also trained to be like we're in a react culture now. Everyone has to have a take on everything.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I'm going to let that go. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, it comes back to it's hard because all of social media makes you want to compare what you are doing and how you are doing and what you look like doing it with everyone else. And that's that way lies madness. So it's hard, but you have to make a concerted effort to, like, you know what, good for them. You know? Mm-hmm. Long may you run. Good. Right. That's excellent. Like, your win is not my loss, and vice versa.
Exactly.
And there's definitely people I'm like, oh, I can't stand that guy. And then, you know, I don't want to see anything good happen to him, but all right, whatever. Yeah. You know, like,
yeah,
different folks, I guess. Opinions differ on world shape.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel that way too, and I'm trying less and less to feel that way. Like, and it happens, and maybe it's just because I don't know if it happens more with creatives because of the time and effort you put into things, and you see somebody and you see what they do and you're like, man, I could have done that. I could have done better than that. And this dude's making either making money at it, which, like, with my photos, I'm not, but it's fun. And I'm looking at like people going out on tour with these bands and I'm like, that would be a blast. That'd be a lot of fun to do. Why can't I do that? Why am I not reaching that level? And I'm sure it happens to musicians too. Like, why are my songs not reaching this level? So
there's a special kind of pathos that is the independent musician that strange credulity for how petty it can be. But it also is surface deep, right? It doesn't have any. First of all, the idea that anything would be done on meritocracy is, you know, nobody even thinks about that anymore. It's like, oh, what was the angle to do this? I'm like, why? So you can do it? You can't. Be me.
Exactly.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do this? Then be me.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, condolences if you try to do that. and that's but that's because we live in a world where everyone's trying to profiteer off of individuals and the need for support that people are trying to get at through this type of connection. So it's all intentional, and that's where all these, like, you know, middle grounds, you know, services and things come in, and it sounds like I'm just like, oh, the problem is capitalism. And that's also because the problem is capitalism, but it's also because we don't demand better. My biggest problem specifically with TikTok is a number of problems with it, but the reason why my biggest problem with it is it's the first thing is exclusively algorithmically oriented. They're all going to be soon enough, if they're not already. Yeah. But I was like, that is a line in the sand for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like that's something, and the reason why is because these inscrutable algorithms, what do? Well, it will change based on whatever the profit motive of their time is. I'm not interested in that. Okay, that's I don't want. See, I'm the one that says I'm not going to change what I do to suit you. Right. I want to make a place, a world where I'm changing the world to suit my needs. I'm of the no you move mindset.
No you move. I like that.
And that's, dude, what is this record if not that, right? And who dares? It's like all boxing metaphors, right? Like I dug deep into the Rocky and Creed mythos, and it's because it's like, you think about this, it does feel like it feels like a god pounding boxing match.
Yeah.
All the time, just to exist.
It does. It really does. Especially if you're independent, creative or otherwise. I mean, there's independent accountants out there that I'm sure are...
The Independent Accountant podcast is probably having a similar conversation right now.
Exactly. Yeah. With some high...
Think about XRL tables. Everyone thinks it's easy. Okay. That's the beauty of the medium, right? Hey, there's room for everyone.
Pivot tables. So...
But yeah, it does apply to other aspects of art, not just the ones that we're specifically talking about, and that is worth mentioning. But also, we're engaging with it in this tunnel, in this space. But
yeah,
I do find it interesting to talk to both talk to and like listen to like independent filmmakers and people in other mediums, be like, oh, what do they have to say on this? Because you hear similar stories.
Yeah. For sure.
And some of that comes down to like, do I change what I do to match what, the trends are now? No, I'm an artist. I don't want to do that.
Integrity.
Integrity wins again. So nobody saw this film, huh? Okay. Well,
at least I kept my integrity.
Right, exactly.
So this album, all right, so how did this album come about? Now, it's a Conan Neutron and the Secret Friends, so it's Tony Ash and Dale Crover.
Yep.
And not so secret anymore.
But we're nearing decade 2. Right? But, yeah.
But did you start this as like you mentioned it's a concept album. Is that the way it started? And was this concept the idea you had in mind?
Okay, so this is actually somewhat interesting because the first 3 songs of this we recorded on the last stuff we were recording for Adult Prom and the last stuff we were recording for Dangerous Nomenclature, the split EP with Radic Retaliator Strategy.
Right.
And so we tracked that stuff and we had, it was Exit Interview, a Bulletproof Tiger, and I want to say Sharks Keep Moving. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what these 3 are for yet, but they seem to like sit well together. And I'm just not going to worry about it right now. So we like basically the point was like, we need to finish this song, and this song, or we're screwed for the next 2 releases. So it's okay, we got that. And we recorded a new version of Fight Math too, which still isn't released. But
oh wow!
But those 3. I was like, okay, so these seem to be like together somehow. And let me think about that. And then I sort of started looking at the other songs that were percolating around or starting to work on new stuff. Because for me, stuff gets to a certain point where it's like, okay, let's record this. And otherwise, like, I'm just going to feel like it's bringing sand to the beach every time I write a song. And that's a terrible feeling, right? There's plenty of sand here already. You're bringing sand? What are you doing?
I'm going to bring my own sand.
I know this sand's special. This is artisanal sand.
Independent sand.
Artisanal sand?
I made this myself. We just go off on ridiculous tangents.
Because everyone talks about artisanal sandwiches. No one talks about artisanal sand. Anyway.
That's a good point. And so are there artisanal witches?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Okay, so back to the album. Sorry.
Yeah. So those 3 kind of, I was like, these all kind of like, they're a thing. Whatever this is, I don't know yet, but it's a thing.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, after that, it was A Dream of Flight, Burden of Dreams, and Who Dares. So I'm like, okay, this is clearly together. All of these are a thing. This seems to be like a record that is coming together. Common theme seems to be this like pugnacious tenacity, perseverance, etc., etc. Sharks keep moving, so do I. Who dares? I'm the one that dares.
Yes.
So on and so on. And I was like, this seems to be a thing. So then I started thinking about that in terms of the rest of the songs that were kicking around and was like kind of sorting through them. Like, okay, this kind of goes there. This kind of goes there. And then I started thinking about it in terms of like, well, if this is a record, what is this record? Like, what is this? Seems like it's almost like telling a story, especially because I was like, I think Who Dares has got to be first, because that's such a statement of intent.
When will be the knockout? I don't know. Stomping, creeping up on tiptoes. Well, I survive, and I will thrive. There can be no doubt that we will scream and shout it out. Who dares?
Just relentless jammer, like,
Yes.
I'm like, but not the song Relentless, which is in fact a different song that's inside A, and I was like, oh, so it's basically me. I'm the concept of this, but it can apply to anyone that, you know, is defiantly like, you know, F you, still here.
Right.
Basically.
Okay. Okay.
and so then I was like, okay. And then I was like thinking about it in terms of like, okay, well, that's worthwhile. That's probably something worth exploring, because it's something I think about all the time.
Yeah.
And like, I bet like that would become really easy songwriting wise. And so it did. So then the others, it kind of came from that. And just came from like these feelings that I was feeling at the time of just, you know, surround yourself with the wrong people, you know, knowing your own worth, don't stay in a place that doesn't see your value, that kind of thing. And I had this album title, The Way of the Neutron. Just to me, I just think of The Way of the Dragon.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's like,
it's exactly what I thought of.
and I was like, that's pretty badass.
It is.
That would be like, and if like there was ever a time to use it, I think it's now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it makes total sense. If it's a concept album, the subject is you.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Exactly. I mean, like, what else
are you going to call it?
That's like the Dark Passengers thing, right?
The Diary of Conan Neutron?
Right, exactly. Yeah, the Book of Neutron. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Maybe this would be a sequel.
That's the part 2.
Artisanal Sand can be the first song. No. Yeah, so I was like, well, and I was thinking about it in terms of like this completely unintended status that I have as an elder statesman of things that nobody cares about. That has what has been characterized by others as wisdom to share.
Right.
And I'm like, again, the wisdom is mostly don't do these things because these things will screw you up, but that's fine. It's almost,
Isn't that what most wisdom is, though?
I guess so. Yeah. Cautionary tales.
Yeah.
And, parables.
Don't do this. It's going to fuck you up.
Yeah. And there's always something where it's like, oh, yet another record, huh? It's like, oh, yet another record.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Yeah, yet another, huh? Decided to draw breath today, huh?
yeah,
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Another
Guess I
critique.
could just die.
Huh?
Sure. What an insulting way to put that.
yeah, really. God.
Well, and then it sort of took shape, right? And so that was something that, and then I was still finishing the lyrics in some of these songs that just it really kind of snapped in, certain themes and things that I thought about in the past, taking things would be like defects or flaws, turning them into strengths, knowing your own artistic voice has merit and is worth exploring and worth fighting for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Even if people like don't believe you or don't, screw them, right? And so then that led me and then those songs came pretty quickly. We recorded all of them, and I was like, wow. Okay, so I know how it ends, and it's got a beginning and it's got a middle, and I love every part of it. I even know the sequencing is more or less going to be. I think the one thing is I was originally had a Dream of Flight earlier and the Exit Interview later, which is why I threw there's a segment of Exit Interview.
Yes.
That comes back.
Yes.
to Dream of Flight, because that was my way of kind of having it both ways, and also I just kind of think that's a cool record listening thing. It's like, oh hey, it's that thing again.
It is. It kind of just reinforces the concept album feel of the whole thing.
Yes, which is the point. And I was like, oh, we don't have a way to end this though. I'm like, well, this is clearly my sort of Martin Luther pinning the thing on the church door, right?
Yeah.
This is a statement of intent. So screw it. Why don't I just do that? I'll just have a song be a delivery system for no, which is why and I think we talked about self-titled songs. Maybe it was on the show, maybe it wasn't, but just like, the title track of like, oh, if it's a song named after the thing on the record, that's a big deal. But this one is The Way. So it's The Way of the Neutron. This one is just The Way, which I was like, no, I'm just gonna be even more succinct. Here it is. It's this.
Take time for yourself. Don't be lazy. This is the way. This is the way. They think you're weird. Make them think you're crazy. This is the way. This is the way. Scream to the skies and listen to what they say. This is the way. This is the way. The way of the neutron is the only way. This is the way. This is the way.
And with that song, I was like, God, this is gonna be, because what I want to do with it was like, well, I want to have it be this thing. It's good, does the thing. It gets the words across like Bob Dylan or like rapper style or whatever.
Right.
It gets across the ideas. There's a lot of turns of phrases. The riffs are good, but then I also want to do this thing where it just freaking takes off at the end. Like just suddenly, this car has like rocket boosters and we're flying now. Oh my God. Which is what the end of that is. And then the idea of just going like, okay, and I want to do a different kind of ending. It's just going to have more and more stuff added. So I had Kate from Lung do some cello on it. There's like synths. There's, freaking Thin Lizzy harmony guitars and stuff like that. And it's like a Beach Boys record in like the back half of a song.
Right. It is dense.
It's so dense, and it so rewards headphone listens, as most people won't do, I'm sure. But like, it's something where it's like, well, no, I want to have something that's like, wow, I have not really heard that way before. That is, whether you like it or not is a different story. But and then it just keeps going and keeps going until it just, and that's the end, everybody.
That's it.
And that was something that I went back to that song twice because I was like, no, it's not crazy enough yet.
Oh, wow.
And like added more stuff.
Oh, that is awesome.
And credit's due. I mean, Toshi, the patience of a freaking monk. Okay. All right. Let's all do the best I can,
Wow.
It also has, it's the only song I know of that has dual vibro slaps. There's one in each channel. And they're different vibro slaps. So Dale did them both times, but they're different vibro slaps. I was like, no, because it'll be like that's na 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 na. I was like, that's so stupid, but so badass at the same time. It's like, God, the temerity, right? Of just like, who would do this? Well, I'm me, apparently. Conan the first song. I'm the one who dares, right?
Yes, exactly.
And I was sitting there, I'm like, and we were going so deep on the rabbit hole with the mix. I'm like, God, is anyone going to care about this other than me? I'm like, I'm not sure if it matters.
No. Well, I mean, this is your album.
Exactly. And it turns out that that's like one of people's favorite songs.
It is like awesome. It's
okay, great.
I have not had a chance to listen to it through headphones yet, but I will tomorrow, because since we scheduled this kind of and we got it set up and actually recording today, and it's been kind of a short time span.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah, I had to. So I was listening to it in the car. So
nice. Okay. Well, I think it's a different experience. Yeah, it's definitely. So I've talked in the past about how I feel like this band is very good headphone music because we just really pay attention to like the things that are interesting to us as what I would call dedicated music listeners who are trying to find things that are interesting and cool. Mm-hmm. But that song especially.
Yeah.
And to the point I'm like, will we ever play it live? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know how big of a band we'd have to do it. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's never hitting the freaking wood block. Okay, great.
That's what it was on tour for.
People doing marimba and
cello and the Conan Neutron string quartet.
I just said vibra slap.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, great. Yeah, give me a big Vegas show budget. I'll put it together.
Perseverance.
But it's sort of like, well, again, that comes back to like the Dark Passengers thing of, well, if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't like run the marathon and then just like stroll over the finish line. Like, go.
Exactly.
I would rather have people be like, yo, this is insane. Who would do this and why would they do this?
Yeah.
I would rather have that reaction than have like, yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, because that reaction the first reaction is it's something that made an impact on them.
Right.
And the second reaction, it sounds like everything else. So, yeah, I'll just put that over here on my CD shelf, and I've got that now.
Right. Yeah, I heard that. Okay, moving on. You know, I mean, it's like Ari Aster, right? I've mentioned directors a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Beau Was Afraid, and I loved it, even though it was basically a 3-hour anxiety attack in movie form.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it's it's like a punch in the crotch for 2.5 hours. You know what I mean? But
that's what I'm looking for.
But it's so good, and so like the whole time it's just like, holy moly! Like he just was like, no, this is, and what he could have done, he could have just made another Hereditary or Midsommar, right? And then people were like, great, I love this guy, I love what he does, and he said to like do this insane thing, but he commits to it so fully. It's like, no, man, this is art. Like this is. And we don't see that with movies very much. And so I was like, God, man. And then like Eddington is like, maybe like a slightly more well-adjusted, and I only mean a little bit more well-adjusted version of that same thing with like more traditional narrative.
Oh man.
And I was like, God, this is great too. But this is like, it's meant to make you like, it's feel bad cinema.
Well, see, right? What happened, what I've noticed happen, and this happened when I was in college, so early 90s, is that movies like that get shown to film students and art students, and general public misses out on it. And then so it just becomes this weird cycle of, I want to make a movie like that, but I'm not going to be able to make a living making a movie like that.
Yeah, you're going to make your version of Eraserhead and make $10.
Exactly.
I would
do the Brothers Quay.
Exactly. Oh, those movies are great. But there's also like, who the hell is this for?
Exactly. Yes. They're amazing. I am spellbound by anything the Brothers Quay ever did. But I'm just like, you mentioned it. Nobody knows who the hell
they have ancestral money. Like, how do they can't be making money on this, right?
I don't know. Maybe Europe is different. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's support art. Wild idea.
There's a lot of old money in Europe.
There is a lot of old money in Europe, but that's the idea of just. And I feel even amongst bands I like, and even bands I love, I don't know. Well, I know for a fact that we live in a society that does not reward big swings. What it rewards is familiarity now.
Yes.
And that is depressing to me, because that's something that even if I was to like, I was like, oh, I'm going to make, my version of like a hardcore record or something, right? It will be my version of a hardcore record. And I'm sure like all the hardcore fans will be like, what's this?
Yep. I know that feeling.
Yeah, which is fine. I consider that a strength, right? I know how to do things my way, and my way is my way, and there's no one else that can do it that way. And that is not a detriment. That's an asset.
Exactly.
And that's what everyone needs to remember. But we're surrounded by a society that tells you exactly the opposite the entire time.
Yeah, and technology too, because so there's this thing, I don't know if you've tried this on Spotify, now they got this DJX. Because what I love to do, one of my favorite things was to get however many CDs my CD player would hold.
Oh yeah,
and just hit
like
shuffle. Yeah.
And
just
like,
listen.
What the hell is this? Like, it's like, what record is this on?
Yeah, exactly. Or I would hear 2 songs back to back, and I'm like, that actually works. So
why does that work? I don't know. It just does.
I don't know. It's just really cool. And so I love hitting shuffle and random and all that. You can't do that on Spotify unless you make a playlist of everything that you like. One playlist.
Otherwise, it's going to be like, oh, check out this thing that is tangentially sounds like the thing that you're listening to. Like, I didn't want something that sounds like that.
Exactly. And that's the thing with this DJ thing on Spotify. I was hoping it would be like, all right, here's the stuff you like. I'm just gonna randomly play shit and then maybe play something else. But it's just like it keeps playing the same things, and it's like
it's always gonna do the same thing. And that's the thing is like, oh, you want more of this then, huh? Like, no, I don't. I like more than just that one thing.
Exactly. So I'll give you a perfect example. There's this really cool band. They put out 3 albums in like the late 90s called Civil Twilight.
Okay.
And if you want to hear a really amazing song in a Radiohead kind of vibe, check out Letters from the Sky. It's a great song.
Check it out. Cool.
But that's the only song that this stupid thing will play for me. I want to hear other songs, but it's like, here's something that's been on your radar.
Like I would never know because it never plays it. Yeah,
exactly. And I was hoping that it would just play a whole bunch of random stuff, but then it's like it'll play stuff, and then it's like, hey, because you like this, maybe here's a song that's maybe not on your radar, and then it plays like a Pearl Jam song or something. I'm like,
like I know.
I know this shit already. Yeah. What is it? Play me something different.
But that's all of these. I know the music wall gardens, especially, and Spotify's the most odious, but they all have the same problem. None of them can be found in fairness, because it's almost like having all of music available to you throughout all time is not going to be equitable to working artists.
Yeah,
crazy.
Go figure.
Crazy concept, right? And it isn't to say that that should be someone's necessarily the foundational principle, but it's just as lopsided as like the major label world now. Okay, so now you have the ability to listen to anything. Cool, but are you? No, because these algorithms are just, oh, you like this? Cool. Here's something that sounds exactly like that.
Here's more of this. And
here's a popular band that is tangentially related. Okay.
Yeah, it's never the actual shuffle. Like my son the other, I guess maybe a year ago, came home with a CD player, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I got this for you at a Goodwill or something." It was one of those carousels that holds like 400 CDs.
Oh wow! Yeah, like we used to have that at Tower Records.
Yeah, I'm like, this is amazing, and I put it together. We got it up and running, and I put a whole bunch of CDs in, and it was incredible because I
thought you were gonna say it didn't work, and I'd be like, that's the saddest story I've ever heard.
That would because then I got to take all 400 CDs back out.
Come out again, yeah.
But I would hit shuffle, and then like Steve Vai would come up, and then Antonio Carlos Jobim, and then Lead Belly, and then Soundgarden, and so it was amazing, and it was just such
because you're a musical omnivore and you're interested in not just hearing like I only listen to technical death metal. Okay,
exactly.
It must be a joy to hang around with.
So it's I don't even know where I was going with that at this point.
Well, because
I feel like I'm just complaining right now.
Well, no, because the idea is like that's a way of a short scale of discovery to have things be presented in absent the context of how you maybe would normally listen to them and engage with them, and not have it just be like, oh, have you heard Stone Temple Pilots? Yes, I have. I don't need to hear this right now. I understand what this is. Yeah, it's
integrity. I want integrity. Exactly.
And then that comes back to like this band. Like, people when forced to describe it, I'm like, that's a big weird rock band.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, what does that mean? And it's like, what do you mean? What does that mean? There's like decades of like rock music to pull from.
Yeah.
What it is like, okay, so it's just as much like, Cheap Trick and the Cars as it's like Fugazi and Melvins, Devo's involved. Like it's taking from all the aspects of music that's interesting to me and put through my personal filter. That's what it is. Why is that hard to understand? Because there's no popular band that they can point to that sounds like that.
Exactly. Which is one of the things that I love about your music is it's what it should be for anybody making music. It should be uniquely you.
That's what I'm talking about. Because when I hear something that's like, sounds like another band. Like I don't get excited. I'm sad for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, did they have that record? Do they just not know? Did they never hear that?
Yeah.
Did they know that somebody already did I Want to Be Your Dog? I mean, seems like it's a pretty popular song.
I would think so.
There they are.
I know it.
Yeah, and that's something that, and also, if you write different kinds of songs, like, which is a precedent for, look at the Beatles, Villain of Circumstance, that's more or less like a pop song.
Yeah.
it's got these huge soaring harmonies, and it's hilarious because to me it's kind of a spiritual sequel to Chesapeake Ripper off the second record. And
cool.
they could not be more different sounding the songs, but it's like, no, it's the exact same. It's like an update of that same mindset. I think I include like a lyric from there in there. And but it's also like that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because to me it's like, no, it's a different way of presenting that sentiment and putting that forward and doing so in a way that, like, yeah, if this was the 90s, that would be like the 120-minute song.
Yep.
Right. Okay, great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sounds good. Awesome. But there's also like, Exit Interview was like a flat out like hot rocker.
That's one of my favorites on the album. Exit Interview into Official Business, I think, is
which is a
killer.
swingy kind of like Thin Lizzy, ZZ Top kind of thing. Right?
Yes.
It's like, but all those things make sense in the context of the band.
Yep. And then into Relentless.
Which I love how well that turned out too, because I was like, no, I want to bring it way down, like farther down than we've ever brought it before on a record, and just kind of like let it sort of just which that did the thing I was supposed to as well, and I was like, fuck, that turned out great.
It's like what I was talking about with some of my favorite things to do would be to hear songs that you wouldn't think go together.
Yeah,
back to back to back, and you're just like, that works. Why does that work? I don't know, but it does. And that this album is full of that.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome, because that's, again, I practically broke my brain trying to make it that way, and it's like, of course, well, it makes sense to me, but I mean, it's and then also, I'm in a situation where, look, dude, I'm going to be 48 in December, and I just made the best record that I've ever made in my entire life in any band.
Yeah.
Everybody should feel that way if you're creative anytime. But the thing is, in this case, it's actually true. I've talked to other people that are like, "No, this is your best record." I'm like, all right, cool. Well, right on.
I've only had the opportunity to listen to it a few times, like 2 or 3 times so far. But I'm with you, man.
Which is 1 or 2 times more than most people.
Yeah. I really do think, if it's not the best thing you've done, it's definitely in the top 2.
Sure, and that's and there's always going to be people that like, the first one I heard was Art of Murder, so that one's always going to be the best. I'm like, oh, okay.
And it could also be sentimental too,
Sure, you have other experiences attached to it. I'm the same way, where I'm like, yeah, that one's good, but it's this one.
And I'll tell you, I mean, the other segue or transition, I guess, that I love off this is Bulletproof Tiger into The Way. Bulletproof Tiger is I love that song so much.
I get so lonely, but now when I am a haunted man. I was born into this. I'm worse than evil. I'm an Oculus. Let's get it done now. Would you like to enlist? I am a bulletproof tiger. You can't fuck
with this. And then, like you said, The Way with the cacophony and it is amazing.
It's funny because Bulletproof Tiger is the oldest song.
Oh,
and The Way is the newest song that's recorded.
Right.
So it's like the oldest song into the newest song. And when I say oldest song, it's because that was a song that I had 70% of for my old band Victory and Associates.
Oh, wow.
And it just didn't work.
Perseverance.
And I was like, you know what? Don't worry about this. Let's do something else. And I was like, you know what? This is good, and I'm just going to sit on it. And now, keep in mind, I'm not like a multiple band kind of guy. Like, I'm a serial monogamous for bands. So we're talking about, that was 2011?
Wow.
Right?
Man.
So that song sat around for like over a decade. And then I was like, okay, I got a way that can make this work. And then it was that whole bridge middle section kind of thing that tied it all together. I was like, okay, that's cool, because that's building to a thing, and then it happens. Oh, okay, that makes this work in the context of that makes that work. And it's also a perfect example of, I knew what that song needed to do more or less years back, but I was in a band that there's different ideas about like how to proceed with it. I'm like, that's not it though.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I didn't think about it at all for a long time. And then I was like, oh yeah, this one's pretty good. Like, why didn't I ever finish this? And I was like, oh, because this was a V&A song.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not sure those guys would ever even notice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's also, it's not exactly the same. It's somewhat transformed, but I like the idea of it, that being, very sparse in the verses and big explosive chorus. And then like, a crazy bridge, like middle section.
Yeah.
And then it being like, wow, like conceptually that and The Way are kind of close, but they could not be more different. And you put them together, again, oldest song and newest song of the record. I was like, that's really cool. I like that.
So how often are you going back and listening to or reviewing older songs for inclusion in something new? Because to me, when I hear you say, "Oh, that song was," I wrote that in 2011, and here we're in 2025. Like, I would lose it somewhere. I would just lose it. It would be on a hard drive that just crashed, and I threw out. I would just, I just lose shit all the time.
I mean, there are things that. So I've got a pretty good handle on what works in this band and what doesn't, and there are things like, well, this is going to be a little bit of a push, but I think it'll be rewarded. Crybabies off of Adult Prom is that way, where it's like, yeah, that one took a little while. It took a little while to record. Like it took us 5 tries instead of like 2, but like, but I was like, no, but I really like how nuts the arrangement is. Like, I think that's doing a thing that's, it kind of stands out in that way. So there are things like that where it's pushing outside the comfort zone of what it would be. But there's also like, I know what the easy gets are. And there's also things that, and I hate to phrase it this way, but like, maybe I just wasn't ready to finish that song yet. Okay. Where it's like, God, this is good. And then like, I add to it. I'm like, now it's bad. Why is it bad now? It was good before. Now it's bad.
I ruined it.
I thought that, I guess I'll just freaking, all right, into the digital sock drawer it goes, and then I'll listen to it years later. I'm like, oh, it's this, and then I'll add to it, and it's like, and people are like, hey, that's great. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I figured it out.
And that's also part of, if I've got like a cool idea, like I'll just record it as quickly as I can, in any manner or capacity that I can. Yeah, and I do eventually come back to them, and I'd say 1 out of 5 times, like, oh, that rules. And 1 out of 5 times, I'm like, what the hell? What is this? And I'm like, all right, well, never mind on that. Right. And then the other times I'm like, that's cool. I don't know what to do with it. And it's like, all right, well, maybe I'll know what to do with it later.
Well, like you said, the Sharks Keep Moving and Coudere's a couple other songs. That sounds like that's what happened with those.
Sharks Keep Moving is another one. I actually wrote a earlier version of that song for the Protons and Electrons.
Oh,
stuff.
Wow.
And it didn't work.
Oh, wow.
And it didn't work. And the only thing that's left over from that first version is that life can change in the blink of an eye, and shots keep moving, and so do I. That's the only thing that stayed.
Oh, really?
It became a ship of Theseus, that whole thing of like, like where the ship, the parts of the ship are gradually swapped out as the journey goes, and then eventually there's no original part left. That was basically the case with Sharks, because I was like, this is good, but it's not good yet. And I had the sense enough to know that and be like, why doesn't this isn't doing what I want it to do? And actually, that's one that would unlock that. I took my one and only guitar lesson I've ever taken in my entire life was with Dwayne Dennison.
Oh, okay.
Of the Jesus Lizard. Yeah. And Tomahawk and so on and so on. And it was, I don't know, 2021. Like, it was during COVID. And have I told this story? I've told this story.
I want to say I've heard. I think you mentioned this, but go ahead.
Maybe I did. But I was just like, my whole thing was like, look, I'm not trying to learn mouth breather. I don't need to like. What I'm trying to do is like, I have a thing I do, and like I'm pretty good at it. I'm happy with it. People can connect with it. I can pretty much do this for forever, and that would be okay, but it's not okay by me. Yeah. I want to push myself as a guitar player and challenge myself as a guitar player to do different stuff for the purposes of songwriting for this. And he's like, great. I got just a thing. So I did, and he showed me like, it's an hour lesson, and he showed me 90 things, and I grasped maybe 3 charitably, right? Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, because I'm like Mr. like super self-taught, like,
oh yeah,
like any musical theory I know is like by accident. Just the sheer white knuckle incompetence.
I've done this before, and I know this doesn't work.
Yeah, I know it doesn't work. That does not fit there. That sounds bad. Yeah. But a couple of things that I picked up from that guitar lesson, that became that main riff of that song. That which I was like, oh, that's a weird hook. I really like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it kind of sounds like a shark coming or something, like in that Jaws sort of sense. And it was like, I really like, and then boom, that song came together immediately as soon as I had that. Like the rest of it was like easy. And it all was just that, and it was just, I was like, oh yeah. And it was like, he showed me a chord that I think I even knew accidentally in Replicator. And then he showed me a thing to do with it. I'm like, oh, that's neat.
Hey,
there it is. I got a song out of it. That's money well spent.
Exactly. It was worth the one lesson.
So if you like Sharks Keep Moving, you can thank Dwayne Dennison for helping me write myself out of that hole. Because it did exist as a song. I would love to. I think I deleted the demo out of disgust.
Oh God!
But I was like, I know this is good, and it's just not good yet. Because sometimes you're just like, whatever, that's sunk costs. I'm gonna walk away. And sometimes you're like, no, this is worth coming back to, and that's what I kept coming back to. And I was like, this has the potential to be badass, and I will not allow it to be done until it is.
So you trusted your instincts. You kept it aside until, and just kind of let it percolate in your subconscious for a while.
Mm-hmm. I probably shouldn't say this, but Sharks Keep Moving was my password for a while. But it was like a song that like nobody knew and was unreleased. Like,
yeah,
because I just like that concept. Because the whole thing is like they do have to keep moving. They have to keep moving to get the oxygen into
water
their
through their gills. Yeah.
So and I was like, wow, what a cool metaphor for endurance. That's like, that's cool.
Exactly. And endurance goes right along with persistence.
Absolutely. It's the name. It's the name of the game, literally.
Exactly.
And that's all over the place lyrically on this, Chekhov's grift, don't ruin it by approving it. I've been it for years and I'm doing it. It's like, that's just bam, bam, bam. There it is.
Yeah.
That's I feel like that everyone's making Chekhov's gun reference now, but whatever.
So
it's a good reference.
Are you going to be hitting the road with
Chekhov's
this
reference?
Chekhov's okay. That's the song right after Artisanal Sand.
Artisanal Sand and Chekhov's reference. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah.
We got 1/6 of an album now.
Exactly. It's coming together.
Yeah.
Book of Neutron. Let's do it.
We have two phrases, 4 words.
Artisanal Sand sounds more like an Action Chief song, which there is going to be another Action Chief record. So
oh, nice.
Actually, technically speaking, there is a new Action Chief record. We just got to finish mixing it.
Oh, awesome.
But Artisanal Sand, I forgot about that already. See, there you go. That's why I got to write this stuff down.
Exactly. Well, I'll blow up your text every other day. Artisanal Sand.
Artisanal Sand.
It's going to be a hashtag on my Instagram post for this. Artisanal Sand.
Bringing sand to the beach, huh? I was like, yeah, but it's artisanal sand.
Exactly. And it's going to be one of those. I think my goal sometimes is to find a hashtag that no one has ever done.
Oh yeah.
And I think we may have just found it.
Yeah. I feel confident that we probably
have. Chekhov's reference, maybe another
Chekhov's reference might be another one. Well, because I feel like, and that was something where that was just like deep in Trump 1 administration, just where his whole freaking cabinet was basically like an assortment of like the League of Supervillains, and I think it was actually I remember exactly what it was. It was the guy. It was the guy who got busted stealing mattresses, right? Like he was like the Commerce Secretary or something. It's like, why is this guy stealing? Was he?
I don't even remember that, to be honest with you.
He doesn't have like the aptitude for like a larger scale scheme.
Wow.
Like what is he like? Man, it's like, yeah, but you knew. And I think I was talking to Joe actually, and I was like, yeah, but it's you could tell he was a grifter. I was like, yeah, I guess it's Chekhov's grift, huh? introduced in the first act and must show up in the first administration.
And you knew something was there.
I was like, oh, that's good. And so the balance by the chorus in that is both like an allegory and character reference, and then also some truths being spat as well. And so it can be both those things at the same time. But it was like, oh, and then suddenly there was all these like, Chekhov's Guns by McCluskey. It's like, our buddies put out a fucking song that has that. But I see it everywhere now. I'm like, it's like, I thought that was like a super obscure thing. Like Chekhov's gun. That's like, are you playwrights? Like, how do you know this? Like, what the hell?
You all hang out together.
English. That's his excuse. I mean, what's my excuse? I don't know. I'm an autodidact. That's an excuse for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like a cultural magpie. Anyway.
So
Chekhov's reference. That's good.
This album is awesome. Are you?
Oh yeah, this record, right?
Yeah, we call
it a reset.
We're gonna do a performance anxiety Conan Neutron split.
Right, exactly. Artisanal sand back to Chekhov's reference. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to contribute to it somehow. So
you can play. We'll do 3 vibro slaps on this.
Oh,
you can play one of them. It's a low skill instrument. Low skill, high noise.
That's
be great for kids.
That's perfect for me. I am a low to no skill musician.
What's funny is how I say that to people and be like, vibro slap. I'm like, the thing you like hit it and like the ball hits, and then you explain it and you sound like an insane person. Like, no, it's a real instrument. There's like people that are like skilled players of this, but not most people to play them.
Right. Yeah. I want to say I've seen one in school bands or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes that noise. That thing.
Yeah.
People are like,
you've heard it a million times, but nobody knows
what's the dream. Like, no, it's a real instrument. There's 2 of them on the song anyway.
Well, until we get 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On artisanal sand.
We're like Gillette with the razors. This one's got 5 blades. Sucker. Didn't they build one with like 7 or something?
I think they've gone to 7. I think that might be urban legend, but I think there is a 7-bladed razor. I'm going to look that up right now. 7-bladed.
This is like you're just trying to outdo your neighbor at that point. Oh, my razor has 7 blades.
Really?
Okay, here's your freaking award.
And it's got to be something like a Gillette. Let's see. 7-blade razor at Amazon. Let me see.
God, get out of here. Okay.
Amazon. What the hell? I think is this one with 6? I don't know if they make 7. 7 might be a bridge too far.
Okay, well, it's good to know that there are limits to absurdity, I guess.
Oh, wait. No. Upgrade. 7-blade razor for men, and it's a manual razor with a handle and 3 refills for $10.99.
Wow, what a deal.
Man.
Bargain at twice the price.
That is a bargain for me. To pull an old Eddie Murphy reference.
A closer shave? Is that why you have so many blades? I mean, like at a certain point, like, what are we doing here?
I don't know the purpose of 7 blades. How many times does it have to pass your face? How deep is it going? I see the commercials and they're like, this blade lifts and separates, and I'm like, sounds painful. I don't want it lifting hair out of my face.
I don't need my beard being lifted and separated. Thank you very much. It's doing fine the way it is. I'm good.
Just cut the fucking hair off my face. That's all I want. That's why
I look horrible with facial hair. I use razors all the time. At no point ever has been like, you know what? This could use more blades.
I need
some lifting and separation. Yeah. No, never have I ever said that. Ever.
And then I think there's 2 lubricating strips on this.
You know what it probably is these razor companies probably just have people sitting around their marketing department like trying to think of new what can we do? I don't know, we can make it green.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then this is something you can add to basically anything to make
Gillette have? Well, they got 5 razors. Well, we have 7.
All right. And what do you need to do when all else fails? Just add lube.
Just add lube.
So you've got 2 lubricating strips on these things.
Yeah.
How the hell do we get on this lubricating?
Yeah, I was gonna say it works for your sex castle and your razor. I guess I don't know. Anyway, Way of the Neutron, only product you'll ever need. Buy it on LP, CD, digital.
7 blades and lubed.
It's better than 7 blades and lubed. Yeah.
So I know you went to Japan and then you went on a tour almost immediately after. Are you going to be hitting the road for the Way of the Neutron soon?
There's more coming. We're going to have more stuff coming up for East Coast in spring.
Okay, cool.
There's a couple of cool things that are maybe on deck as well, but we hit it pretty hard this year, and I feel good about it. But part of that's like, hey, let's go play these places that we haven't played in forever, and then the idea would be like, well, then we can play them again, and that would be shows can be better. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming. I don't think, there's also a whole new record, like mostly written, that we can record at some point, but I'm in no rush to do it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you just released this one, so
right, exactly. And this is the kind of thing. That's what bands, that's what successful bands do. Is they put out a record, and then they tour those songs, and they show those people those songs instead of immediately writing another record the second it's done. Yeah. But I'd be comfortable with a live set that's just songs from this record. That'd be amazing. That's not what we're doing. Like, there's stuff from other records as well, but I really have been enjoying playing these songs for people, all over the US and Japan, and I hope to do it more in the future. And it's kind of, I guess, to a certain degree, someone could be like, oh wow, so what's the worst thing about making the best record you've ever made? Like, well, you got to make another one after it.
Yeah.
I guess that's all right. We'll see. So, but I'm not worried about that. It's gonna be different, but I do know what it's gonna be. There's plenty of time to talk about that. Not 1 second of music has been recorded for it.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that right now. I think you're going to see more live Secret Friends than you have in a while.
Oh, good.
Mindy's been killing it on drums. Nice. Dusty from Shovel on second guitar, and Lauren from Moon Rebels on second guitar has been great. We're actually going to do a 5-piece lineup.
Oh, nice.
But it sucks to have 5 people in the band.
Does it?
That's really what it comes down to. Well, I mean, and it sucks to have that to be such a practical concern, but that's one of the reasons why I would love to have someone that's like the merch person / adjunct sound person, like helping move gear, like just auxiliary person. But it just, for our orientation, it sucks to have 5 people in the band.
Oh man. So
if I'm doing it, it's going to be for good reason. Like, okay, so we're gonna have synth stuff and like whatever, like doing it for like production reasons almost, right?
Like if you want to play The Way.
Yeah, exactly. The only way to be able to do it, it's like 5 would be like the minimum we do at 10. Well, it's like when I saw Unwound do Leaves Turn Inside You, and then the first tour that they played those songs, kind of didn't really get over. Those songs are like, the rest of the stuff was amazing, but it's like those songs I'm like, this is before it came out. And then I saw them, and they had a Brant who used to be in the band playing with them, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, because it was like, oh no, these are like really heavily composed things, and like, oh, you got to have more. Yeah. And that was like very illuminating to me, in a way. It was like, oh yeah, so if it's okay to have this stuff that it's not easy to present as like the scrappy down and dirty 4-piece rock band.
Yeah.
But like, don't try to get over your skis on it. There's plenty of songs to get over in the set without that. It's like, don't do it unless you're going to be able to do it with your whole heart.
Yeah.
So, and whole ensemble too.
Yeah, exactly. So,
anyway, there's a bunch of shows coming up. We're going to get back to the East Coast. We're going to. There's some things I can't talk about, but like we'll see. It looks like 2026 is going to be a good year for live Conan Neutron Secret Friends.
Good. Well, I'll send you my schedule so you don't schedule anything in DC.
Not in advance. Yeah, exactly.
You can work your schedule around mine.
Yeah. You move.
Yeah, exactly. What if we both say you move?
I don't know. It's an impossible force means an immovable object, right?
We may find out when you come to DC.
Find out this spring.
Well, it's been awesome getting back in touch with you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
I want to ask you this because I know the last time you and I tend to, you get too podcast hosts on the same podcast, there tends to be a lot of tangents. And I know that when you were on the first time, we weren't able to. If we were to hit on everything I wanted to hit on and you wanted to hit on, it would have been a 5-hour show. Mm-hmm. So did we miss anything? Is there anything else that you wanted?
I don't know. I'm the one that brought that up. I was like, oh, and like I had on we missed this and this, and then like I forgot what those things were. Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, I
just want to make my guests happy.
Did we talk? Yeah. I don't know if it's necessary. There's like a freaking whole zine's worth of information about everything this band does. So.
Oh yeah.
Protons and Electrons is a crazy single series that I did, right? And that's 2017. Was that 2018? Yeah, that was. So that's been 6-7 years now. But we released that compilation. That was a cool thing. I don't remember if we talked about it before or not. And then Dangerous Nomenclature, right? That was the one where like we did the names first, and then both bands wrote songs for the other side. That was great fun.
That is awesome.
And that was a blast. Dark Passengers, we talked about that. Depression, Mental Health record.
Yeah.
Art of Murder, Hannibal Lecter record, talked about that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember. I remember there was something I felt like, I can't believe we didn't spend any time talking about that. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember. It was there was a lot.
Household Gods. We talked about Action Chief, right? Did we talk about Action Chief?
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we did touch on Action Chief and Household Gods.
There's a new Action Chief record done. It just needs to come out. I mean, it's whatever. Technically speaking, it's not done, but it's like 98% done.
Well, that's closer than my hours.
I thought it was done. Joe didn't. Okay, fine.
I know we talked about Mount Vicious.
We talked about Replicator some.
Let me take a look. I'm just looking at.
That's pretty much Victory and Associates, I guess. But like, whatever. That band couldn't get arrested. So. Yeah. We couldn't. It's a good band, but like, it just didn't matter, man. It was like.
I want to say
it's not like we did anything wrong. It was like, no, we did pretty much everything right, but it was like a little too early, a little too late. I don't know why.
Persistence. You keep coming back to persistence.
Doesn't mean that like it was invalid. It's just you got to be if you're going to be in it to win it, you got to be persistent.
And I know we talked about Household Gods because one of the guitarists I think is so underappreciated. David Pajo is in that.
Oh, he's amazing. Since then he joined and then quit Gang of Four. That's wild.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
He's I think it was since so I got to see him play, his version of the Andy Gill role in like one of my favorite bands of all time. That was a trip.
Oh man.
Someone I like literally traded riffs with. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. And he slayed it. It was awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Pajo's he's an incredible musician, incredible dude.
That's another guy I'd love to get on the show if at all possible.
I know a guy. It's the guy. He doesn't. I don't know. He goes back and forth about doing this kind of thing. He's only doing video.
Well, I don't record the video, so that's perfect.
Video, so.
That's perfect for him.
He's great. What's funny about Pajo? You could talk to that guy for like 2 hours and not have the same conversation twice because he's just done so much stuff, right?
I know. I didn't realize. See, I like Slint. But I didn't really go deep into them. And then I got the Zwan album. And then I went back and started because I like
listen more to Slint.
Yeah, listen more to Slint. And anything Paz was in, I was like, I got to check this out. Paz Luncheton.
Yeah.
And
I met her briefly when we recorded the Household Gods record. She was like weirdly just in town. And like... just swung by the studio. I was like, hey, I'm here. Anybody need any help? Yeah, right. Yeah. And then those two were just hanging out. I'm like, I'm Conan. I'm like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Cool. And that's the sum totality of my interaction with them. Because Paolo was just like, oh, my friend's coming by. I'm like, oh, great. Saying who it was. I'm like, oh, it's
Paz. All right.
That's right. You're like a famous.
Yeah.
Cool.
People.
Right. It's like hanging out with Crover, where it's like, he's telling these stories about like, this one time on tour, blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, yeah. Was that when you were out with Nirvana?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'm like,
okay, right.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Oh man. And I'll tell you what would take me off, because this happened after I had you on. Melvin's came through DC and I went to see him, but it was when Dale had to have surgery. And so
it was with Cody. And they were doing the Bullhead celebration, which to me is like, that's like that's like the Dale, like, here's your A People's History of Dale Crover. That's like, you know, the drum heavy record.
Yeah.
And for Cody to jump in with like almost no notice. Luckily he had like played it before when they did they did, I think it was Houdini and Bullhead and like Stag and Lysol, maybe.
Oh, wow.
But maybe not. But they did like 2 records as a set and then 2 in a show with another 2 records. I can't remember if that was the correct pairing, but Cody knew the songs.
Yeah.
From that, which had been like whatever 10 years earlier, so he wasn't coming in totally blind. But yeah, I mean, good on him. What a freaking powerhouse and what a superhero of a drummer, man.
He was a beast. It was amazing. Yeah. I mean, I didn't get to see Dale, but you know,
I saw Cody at the Milwaukee on that show, and I was like, man, that's crazy. You jumped in on like Dale's signature record with no notice. He's like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
When he was saying the stories, he was like, yeah, I talked to Kevin Romanis. And he just comes up to me. He's just like, you must be so nervous. I was like, thanks, Kevin. I wasn't before you said that.
Yeah.
A-hole. That's Kevin for you. Kevin. Have you talked to that guy before?
No, never.
Oh, he's great.
Oh man, well,
he's awesome.
You can hook me with anybody you want. You know, McBain, Paho.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I gotta keep a list, I guess.
Yeah, really.
No, but it's Cody did an amazing job. Yeah, I mean, look, they're probably coming through. I don't know. Did they already come through? They're coming through again. I'm sure they're coming through like fairly soon.
I'm probably.
We were a day behind them in May and June, which is functionally developmentally disabled of me to do it that way, but whatever. That's how it works sometimes.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Melvin's, they're playing the Black Cat. What was that, or is that? Let me see.
Black Cat, isn't that DC?
October 4th, yes.
There you go. So Lancaster. Yeah, they're all over the place. What is it with Melvin's?
Dude, the problem with Black Cat, Melvin's Black Cat is gonna be just ridiculous because there's no separation. Everybody's right up at stage level, and trying to shoot that, especially with Melvin's fans, is just gonna be
get rowdy.
It's I would love to shoot another Melvin show. I just don't know if that's the one.
Where the hell is Bethlehem?
That's near New Jersey. Yeah, Allentown.
Oh, okay.
Getting close to the Jersey border.
That might be. You might maybe could do like.
I got family up that way. That might be a trip. It depends on the date, though.
I don't know. I already clicked off of it. So no idea.
Let me see real quick. Oh shit!
They're playing the Stone Pony.
Oh my gosh, that's. I've never shot there. I used to just go see shows there, and it's kind of like the Black Cat. It's just there's no separation, and it makes it so tough to cover it. But
I've not played any of these venues. So I don't know them.
Yeah,
I just forgot they're playing Fete Music Hall in Providence, where we played in May. But we played the mid-size room, and they're playing the big room, of course.
Oh,
wow. When we were there, like the backstage, they had a poster for. I was like, "Hey, check this out!"
Oh my gosh,
funny. That place was rad. That was the Hammer Party. That was a good show. That was one of my favorite shows in the East Coast, actually.
So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff coming up. Like I'm shooting like Wardruna, Swans, Silver Sun pickups.
Oh wow, I keep busy. All right.
Yeah, between that podcasting and doing my master's degree, I don't sleep. So that's stupid. I don't know why I put myself through this shit.
Also relatable.
Well, I'm doing my master's degree because I don't get paid to do the other stuff. So
right. Yeah.
That's the only way I'm getting a better job, because where I'm at is just.
Anyway, you should see him. You've seen him before?
Melvin's. Yeah, I shot him. I'll send you some of the pictures.
Yeah, I mean they're consistent. Look, the only thing I don't like about this tour is we're not on it.
Yeah, I can understand that. What freaked me out? Now, freaked me out is kind of an overused term. What I was surprised by was when I shot the Melvins, it was at Howard Theater in D.C. Mm-hmm. It was Mr. Flies.
Oh yeah, right. That's right, because you had a Clinton on your.
Yes. That was awesome.
Yeah, we did like a 4 or 5 day thing with them in March, right for Japan.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
which
awesome.
Is great. Yeah, those guys are awesome.
So it was Mr. Flies, then it was the Melvins, and then Boris.
Boris, that's right. Yeah.
So I was like, what? I didn't even realize, because when I reached out, I saw Melvins were touring, and I'm like, oh, they're playing Howard Theater. So I reached out to the blog that I shoot for, and I'm like, hey, I'd love to cover this. They said, sure, no problem. So they reached out to, I don't even know who covers PR for the Melvins. I don't know if it's Buzz or Mackie, or if they actually have somebody.
I know this because she used to do PR for us. It's Monica.
Oh, Monica. Yeah, Monica's all. I love Monica.
Patton and
yeah, she's Failure. So. She's actually doing Swans now.
That's right.
Monica's awesome. Anyway, so we got the approval, and I went there, and Mr. Flies was on, and then Melvin's came on. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, wait, this is really early. I had no idea that Boris was playing too.
How funny!
I had never looked at
Boris
anything.
Was.
Yeah. That's the thing. I had heard of them. I had never heard them, but I had heard of them.
If you don't know that, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
God, information. It's insane. It's insane that anybody finds anything ever.
It really is.
It's a minor freaking miracle.
I mean, I swear. I'm like me and my buddy Rob. I'm like, all right, you ready to go? He's like, I think there's another band playing, and then I put up the website, and I'm like, oh yeah, apparently there. Maybe I should go shoot them too.
yeah. Young up and comers. Let's see what they're up to.
Exactly. But all I was there to do was to shoot and write about the Melvins. So
there you go.
That was it. That's what I did.
Accomplished.
Exactly.
There's worse things in life. I'm stoked. I'm actually going to see them. We're not doing shit in September. That's not why I'm stoked. But there's a week that Lung's coming through. And they're playing 2 shows, which is great. Nice. And then Melvin's are the 2 days before that. So I think I'm actually going to go.
Oh wow.
Go along with both those bands for a couple days, just because I didn't get to see them this year. Like Melvin's, we played with Lung, but as much as I love playing with bands I love, it's a different experience when you're playing the show versus just like seeing the show. So,
I bet. Yeah, I would love to see Lung again. I've seen them once when they opened up for Max Sabbath. And that was
that tour,
freaking amazing,
dealer, right?
I would love to see Max Sabbath again.
We've planned at least 2 tours with them on the East Coast that I ended up canceling for various reasons.
Damn it!
They're just I think they're doing it like soon. They're coming through.
Max Sabbath?
No, Lung.
Oh, Lung.
I think.
Well, that's good too.
I don't remember. I seem to recall they were playing like the same places we were. And I was like, oh yeah, remember when I wanted to do that with you guys in March?
I'll keep an eye out on that then.
Yeah, I want to say that they're playing DC, but we're definitely gonna do some more stuff with them because we did that tour. Well, we do shows like 2 or 3 shows with them at a time, right? But like the last time we went out was when we did that the whole like West Coast 2-week thing that we did.
Okay.
When Adult Prom came out, but like originally that was supposed to be the first one of like 3 that we were gonna do with them. But like whatever, we don't need like an excuse to go play with our BFF bands,
right?
We can do that whenever. Also, Kate is really busy playing with the Kim Deal too.
Yeah, it's funny when she came through Kim came through DC. Nick Kazernis hooked me up with tickets and a photo pass, and Kate was out there harmonizing with Kim's. What the hell's Kim? Why am I
Kim Deal?
Yeah, but why am I blanking on her sister Kelly?
Yeah.
Deal. So yeah, that was a cool show, man. That was really good.
Yeah, their website is not up to date. God damn it, guys! Update your website,
man.
So annoying. I feel like they're playing very close to you on this tour, but I don't know.
It's probably on Instagram or something.
Yeah, probably. It's just so hard to like find archival information.
Oh,
okay, here we go. I found it. It was on Instagram. Let's see. Indianapolis, Columbus, Cincinnati, Peoria, Dayton, Athens, Charlestown, West Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Kent, Ohio, Rochester, Greenfield, Massachusetts, Catskill, New York, Burlington, Vermont.
So is that
London, Connecticut?
Is that Charlestown with a space between Charles and town, or no space?
Charleston. Charleston, West Virginia.
Okay, that's farther away.
Charleston and Charleston.
Yes, yes. It's fucking West Virginia.
See, yeah, okay. It's Boston, East Providence, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Frederick, Maryland, Pittsburgh.
That's close, but Frederick's like an hour away.
Okay. They're playing Snolly Fest. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what the hell that is. Sounds like
Pittsburgh.
a nasal thing.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Niles, Michigan, Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Can't believe that's a real name.
Sheboygan. Hancock, Appleton, Milwaukee. Those are two I'm going to go to. Memphis, Jackson, New Orleans, Birmingham, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Logansport. So they're playing, probably the closest one to use Frederick. That's Snolly Fest, whatever the fuck that is.
I don't know. I'll have to check my schedule. September 13th.
Whatever
might
it is,
doable.
I'm sure I would love to play it, by the way.
Yeah.
I just never heard of it before. Sitting there talking that trash.
Yeah.
What even is that?
I'll just play it.
I will say I do not honestly know what that is, but yes.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Snollygaster 2025. Okay, it's got a picture of Godzilla. I'm listening.
Oh. Oh, it's a beer festival.
That's a beer fest. That's hilarious. Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, man. All right. Well, there you go.
Hey, that's another... well, shit. I think that might be like the day I think I'll be somewhere with Black River Motorcycle Club that...
Oh.
Man.
There'll be other opportunities. Like I said, we're trying to do we're gonna maybe do a thing with God Bullies in the spring, maybe something with Miracle Blood, but probably something with Lone too. I just don't know how it's all gonna manifest yet. I gotta land the plane on I had to rebook November twice because we were gonna play Jabroni Fest in Atlanta, like we were confirmed to do it, and then we got the call for the Jesus Lizard show. It's like, we got to do that. Right?
Yeah.
And so even the organizers were like, yeah, go do that.
Yeah.
Play next year. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I had to rebook the whole tour, and then it got canceled, so then I had to rebook the back half of it, so it made sense, but whatever.
Still,
this is like, nobody gives a shit about. I don't give a shit about this.
Persistence.
But like, it is about persistence. Anyway, I thought that show was great. I'll save this audio and send it to you.
Sounds perfect.
And thanks for having me.
Hey, man,
I think
anytime.
I think it's good. I think it's the kind of thing that it's going to be good for folks, even if they don't know or care who I am.
Oh, that'll be great, man. It'll be great. You're one of the best guests to have on because we can just talk.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting rather than just like bullshitting.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's like, that's great fun. Is that fun for anyone else to listen to? I don't know. I think it is. I think we're dropping some science.
Absolutely. All right, man.
Talk to you later, and
Hopefully I'll see you on the road, man.
I look forward to it.
Me too, man. I'll talk to you later. Bye.